the reason why I do now the awareness, why I'm motivated, is because I never found someone who could do that to me. So I decided to, what we say, kujituma kazi. That me, I'm out there. I send myself to work, in this field of creating the awareness. Actually, I call myself Cerebral Palsy ambassador. Yeah, that's what I do. It's my full-time job. Like, I want people to know about the condition, that it is there, and it's not that people who has children living with cerebral palsy, it's not like they are witches or we sold our children to the devil to get money. No, purely it's a medical condition. I'm called Carol Wambui Chege or Kinuthia, or better still Mama Precious. She's the one who has made me to be who I am today. Well, I have a foundation for children living with cerebral palsy. I started it because of Precious. Precious is a third-born baby. We thank God we are blessed with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Precious happened to be our third-born, who is living with severe cerebral palsy that happened during delivery due to doctor's negligence at the hospital. She's now 8 years, but we decided to forgive and move on so that we can focus with her and at least to see the other side of her that is good, not to focus on the side of cerebral palsy so much on the negative way, but on better way. Put here. This one. You are not sweating now, it's okay. This condition that Precious has, or all the children in the foundation has, is called cerebral palsy. Also, we shorten it, we call it CP. CP is a brain damage. Remember, it's a condition and not a disease. It doesn't have, like drugs or medication that our children can be treated so they can get well. No, there's nothing like that. So far, scientists have not discovered treatment for the condition. But what we do, we have drugs, or the medications that we call anticonvulsants that are used to to manage the condition, but there are no medication that can heal it or treat it permanently. So what happens, we manage the condition using the anticonvulsant drugs and therapy. Those 2 things are what at least improve the conditions of a person or a child living with cerebral palsy. So basically, it's a brain damage, and it's a condition and not a disease, and there's no cure so far. But maybe in future, God will help the scientists to discover the treatment, permanent treatment.
Alafu mwingine anakuona mtoto unambeba hivi, shingo iko huko, anakugana wewe mama, kwa nini unabeba hivi? Mnashindwa, mama anajua nini na mtoto, yaani unasikia tu. Sasa unanyamaza. Nimepitia hiyo. Unataka therapy, unabeba mtoto.
The other good thing about Precious is that I decided to be doing cerebral palsy awareness. As you can see here, I'm a proud mama of cerebral palsy child. Yeah, she's Precious. You can see her here. Because of her, I thank God I'm able to reach out to many children, many caregivers of children living with disabilities, or especially with cerebral palsy. At least we relate a lot, and I thank God. I find most of them saying that through what I do, they get encouraged, they get hope, and we are moving on. So because of that, I decided to create something like a group. I registered it as a foundation that I'm running at the moment, though we are still very new.
Since I joined this Precious Blessings Foundation, it has been of great help because I've met many ladies, many mothers with children with the same condition, cerebral palsy, and we have been through it and we have comforted one another. We have, like, if you want a certain doctor, we refer to one another and we kind of help one another. And this foundation, it has really helped us. It has given us diapers. There are those donors who come through for us. And actually, a time like this, when it is very cold, we thank God for the donors, and more so for Precious, for Mama Precious, because she's a kind lady, I can say. Because every time she has something, a diaper, she'll call and we feel that we are appreciated in the society.
A lot of parents reached out to me. Children parents who are blessed with children living with the cerebral palsy and the caregivers, and so they asked, Mama Precious, can you open for us a WhatsApp group? At least a place whereby we can be, be interacting, we can be talking freely, because on Facebook it's open, it's for everyone, but at least a WhatsApp group is good. At least there we feel safe. We are together. We are parents of the same condition. Like no one can discriminate each other. No, we are equal. The condition has made us to be equal, and we thank God for our children, their blessings, just the way they are. We have accepted them and we are moving on.
Foundation imekuwa msaada kwangu sana. Kuna wakati nimekuwa nakosa pampers, napigia Mama Precious, anasimama nami, ananipatia pampers nini yenye yani nikitaka tu kitu nikimpigia simu, amekuwa msaada kwangu sana sana sana. Hii group ni nzuri sana. Ni hivyo tu. Naipenda tu, na hata ukiwa na mtoto kama huyo ni challenge, unapata unaachwa na marafiki, yani unabaki tu peke yako. Unang'ang'ana tu peke yako na mtoto wako juu hakuna rafiki anataka kukaa na wewe karibu, anaona utamwambukiza mashida kama haya. Sasa unaona tu afadhali ukae peke yako na wale wako na shida kama hii yako.
This is a special baby who is born with a condition that is called cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy, or CP, in short we call it CP, is a pre-existing condition. What happens, this condition is a condition that is supposed not to be there, but maybe something happened during pregnancy ama mtoto akizaliwa.
The reason why I started the awareness is because during the time that I was in denial, I never found anyone who was reaching out to people to encourage people, or basically, especially as per me, nobody ever reached out to me, and I never found anyone who I could, reach out to and ask so much about the condition rather than the therapist. And with therapists, it's not always that they will tell you so much about the condition. It's only if you will have, to interact with them on one-on-one level. If you don't, they may not say so much. And also the information about cerebral palsy is not out there so much. So the questions that I really used to ask are what helps me today to answer people's questions, to handle Precious better. Really I have the information. And also I do my research just to know more about the, more about the cerebral palsy, such that if I have a question, I'm able to answer. The reason why I do now the awareness, why I'm motivated, is because I never found someone who could do that to me. So I decided to, what we say, kujituma kazi. Let me, I'm out there. I send myself to work, in this field of creating the awareness. Actually, I call myself Cerebral Palsy ambassador. Yeah, that's what I do. It's my full-time job. I want people to know about the condition, that it is there, and it's not that people who have children living with cerebral palsy, it's not like they are witches or we sold our children to the devil to get money. No, purely it's a medical condition.
Tangu nijue Mama Precious, it's being a well. One thing nimempenda, huyu mama amekuwa so supportive, amecreate awareness, and from that tumefeel encouraged. Wakati watu wanapata information, hata tumekuwa hatuna ile uoga pa kuishi kwa society, sababu unapata wakati uko na challenge na watu hawajui, hasa zingine hata watu hawezi kuelewa, wanaona ni kama vitu zenye hazieleweki. So Precious Foundation so far nitasema imekuwa msaada not only to me, lakini kwa watu wengi.
So my dream is one day as a foundation, as Precious Blessings Cerebral Palsy Foundation, we'll have our own therapy center. We'll have our own special unit, that is a school for CP children, and a hospital whereby they'll be treated. With that, we'll be covered. It will be good. And our school will be a boarding school, whereby parents will be coming from the foundation, even outside the foundation. It will be a facility catering for CP children across the board, whether you are in the foundation or not. As long as you have a CP child, you are qualified. You will come, you'll get all the services there. But for the members of the foundation, at least you have a discount. Yeah, so I'm trusting God for the sponsors, or anyone there who can decide to come and be a blessing to us. Maybe you can rent for us a place, or you can bless us with a land whereby we can build those facilities. It can be good. So even with other foundation who could be having the same thing that we are doing, we can look and see how we can benefit each other. In case of any support or partnering with us, you are much welcome. We really appreciate it. It will go a long way, because remember, our children are on diapers 24/7, and some parents in the group, in the foundation, are very down. Like, they need the diapers. Some can't afford them. You know, people struggles, that's the word, struggling to get them. So if you can stretch a hand of giving, hand of love, it can make a difference. Yeah, and it's what I'm trusting God for that. That a time will come whereby the whole foundation will be getting diapers on a monthly basis. Yeah, even if it's not every month, like we can come, get them for 3 months, and then another bunch for 3 months, something like that. So you can reach out to me. My number is 0724 66 1967. 0724 66 1967. It will bring Carol Wambui Kinuthia. Yeah, or still you can get me on Facebook. My wall is Blessings Bonnie. You'll find me there with Precious, and also you can follow me, you can talk to me, and God will bless you.